Hey y'all, Mom on a mission here. Don't mind my nail because I actually made this one too short, so I have to like extend both of these pinkies. But so anyway. Hey y'all, so Mom on a mission here, back. Okay, so I wanted to touch on this, and this is tough love for me too, right? Tough love for me too, okay? So I'm not just cracking on y'all. I'm not just cracking on, I'm not judging anyone or anything like that, because I am a mother, single mother at that, of two. So sometimes I will read things, sometimes people will tell me things, you know, family, whatever, and sometimes it be reality, it's the truth, and sometimes you can't get emotional about it because it's the truth. And sometimes that advice is just there to let you know, like, hey, make better choices next time. It's not to judge you, it's not saying that you're a bad person, it's not saying that you nasty or whatever like that. You just gotta make a better choice, you know, discernment and all that, and So I was watching this video, and I even sent it to my child's father, because he be trying to debate with me about, you know, you don't really, all you need is love, and, you know, and financial stability can come later, you know, get with somebody who actually loves you. Okay, so I was watching this video, and this man was speaking from his experience, and he was just telling that people are too busy. Sorry, I look a mess. It's the morning time. I just took my kids to school and all that. So people, you know, when people place their opinions on social media, you have your group of people who are the naysayers, you have the group of people who are the trolls, you have your group of people who agree, you have your group of people who, you know, just they're probably not on either side. They just want to cause drama. I don't know, but anyway. So he was just basically talking about being a parent with money and being a parent without money. And as a single mother, I know how it feels being a parent with money and being a parent without money, or financially struggling. So he was just talking about from his experience, you know, how basically saying that it's better being a parent. You're a better parent when you're financially stable and you have the money to take care of your kids. And you be like, oh, but money's the root of all evil. But money ain't everything. Money, but But let me tell you, if you would have the money to be able to get your child that toy. Get your child that toy that they want from the store without you getting frustrated and getting mad and saying, put that back. If you had the money, you'll be satisfied. You wouldn't be overwhelmed or frustrated when when you see the bill coming, when you see the bill automatically taking your money out, but you still got money left over to be able to do your activities. As a woman, we like to do things, whether it be our hobbies, whether it be buying clothes. We're material. That's why that song is called Material Girl. You know, even if you don't think you don't do a lot for yourself or whatever like that, but you may be a person that likes to do a lot for people, but you can't do nothing for your family. You can't do nothing for people because you don't have the money to do it. You need money. If you like cooking, you need the money to buy the food items from the store. If you like buying clothes, even if you go to the lowest of the lows, the thrift store, you don't have the money. You don't even have $5 to even buy a little trinkets or little toys or little whatever clothing for your family. If you had the financial stability as a single mother, you would not be frustrated. You would not be irritable. You would not be saying this is a struggle. You would not be saying none of that, because the money will put your child in daycare. The money will pay for that babysitter. The money will be able, when the kids want to go somewhere fun, instead of taking to the park every day, but they want to experience something else different, because JJ and Ashley down the street, they going to Disney World, but you never took your kids to Disney World. And I'm not saying keeping up with the Joneses and compare yourself, but come on now. We want the best for our kids, of course. But we also want the best for ourselves. So he was just basically saying, it's harder not being financially stable and having not being financially stable and having kids. So my thing is for you today to realize, as a single mother, we chose unwisely, okay? You know, we laid down, we did what we did, and the baby came out of it, or we was married, and you know, we was in love, we wanted to have the babies and stuff like that. Whatever it is, or you know, I know some women and even men baby trap each other because of insecurity, codependency, and all that stuff. That's mental issues. And you can't ever trap somebody. You can't trap somebody with a baby, because let me tell you, just because somebody has a baby with you, they still have free will to go live their life. And even if a single mother, a man tries to trap a woman to take her off the market because he wants her in her life, or based off control or whatever like that, she can still say, no, I don't want to be with you, and then go live her life with her kids. And then she attracts somebody who's going to love her kids dearly, who's going to love her dearly, and financially stable. Because I've seen it before. I've seen it. Okay, but anyway, he was just showing, the man was showing like his pantry full of food items and food and all that stuff. His pantry was stocked. His pantry was filled with food, and not just his pantry, but his freezer. His fridge was filled with food. And he was saying that, and it's crazy, because he was like, it's crazy how parents will lock up food to keep their kids from eating all the food. If you had the financial stability, if you had the funds, if you had the money you would not care how much your kids are eating. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to lock up food. And how he had described it made me like, dang, that's kind of torturous. Like, we're locking up food to keep your kids from eating? Now, if they're eating too much and they're gaining weight, well, you need to choose and shop wisely and not buying junk for them to eat. Then they probably won't be eating up all the food. But you buying more fruit and vegetables and, you know, and nicer things that's going to keep them, you know, keep them fit. But anyway, tangent. So I was just like, that is true. From my experience, I was with someone, and I got with them based off illusion, based off of, oh, being in love, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something about love. Love, and I don't care what nobody tell you, back in the day, it was different. Back in the day, people say, oh, love at first sight. And then I'm like, oh, do you believe in love at first sight? I don't believe in that crap. Because first of all, you talking about, and there's some people in this lifetime who probably in the past life they was married and something like that. And I don't know if you believe in past lives and spiritual things like that, but they was probably like in the past life, and they probably was married in a past life, and they come into this life and they meet each other again. Those are those instances. But this is not your reality. So get out the stars, okay? We're seeping into reality right now. So reality. So when it comes to basically being what you want to say, when it comes to basically being in love comes later as the relationships progresses, and both people have to sit down, realize after they leave each other, do they actually feel in love? It's an examination. It's a thought process. It's how does that person make you feel? Not as a mental health issue, meaning like I can't let this person go because they make me laugh. Anybody can make you laugh, or they rub my feet. Anybody can rub your feet, or they sex me good. Oh, anybody can sex you good. Oh, I don't know, make you just feel good, right? But anybody can make you feel good. But what are they doing to bring you up, to help you raise your vibration in your life? Are they adding on to your life? Because just because they make you smile, make you laugh, baby, come on. Love comes later on in life, and it progresses over time. Okay? And let me tell you something about love. Like, people, I've been with somebody that said, why are you so stuck on financial, this money, that? And I'm like, are you serious? The reason why we're both so frustrated is because there's no financial stability. And then this person is stuck on, they don't want to listen to that. They're stuck on, well, I don't want nobody else to have you. I don't want nobody to get you. I don't want nobody to experience you or anything like that. So, but like Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? What is love? What does love got to do with it? Because let me tell you something about love in human beings. A person can love you a person can love you today and be your enemy tomorrow. Love change. Just like your vibration change, just like your vibration changes over time, love can do the same thing. As a human being, you're sometimes going from low to high, and there's people out there that stays in a low vibration, and they talking about they love somebody, but you stay in a low vibration. Do you even know what love is, honey? Because obviously you haven't experienced it if you're in a low vibration, because love is a high vibration. And when you love, you taking care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, you attract better, because you know that you're not going to settle. You're not going to settle for anything that is less than what you are giving yourself. So back to the financial stability. You shouldn't be having, if you are a single mother, and this is just tough love, you should not be having no kids if you are not financially stable. Oh, but they're cute. Get a dog. Get a cat. Okay? Come on. Oh, but I got baby fever. Let me tell you something about the woman's body. During ovulation time, we have these animalistic instincts, meaning that when cats, when dogs get in, I'm pretty sure if you got a dog or cat, when they get in heat, they want to hump at everything. Especially a female cat or a female dog or a female animal, they want to hump stuff. Same thing as us. We want to procreate because we are going through the ovulation stage. So it makes us more it makes us more hornier, it makes us more aroused, makes us want to have sex, because our body is programmed to do that. But that doesn't mean time to have a baby. It doesn't mean that. If you know you're not financially stable to take care of the kids should be birthed into a home that is financially stable. Now, if you lay down, you accidentally got pregnant or whatever like that, however you did, well, going forward, really think. Really think. How are you feeling right now? Are you struggling right now? Are you frustrated right now? Are you stressed out right now? And then when that hits, like, oh, I want another baby, blah, 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 blah. Really be wise about it. Because if you get with a man and that man ain't financially stable either, you just gonna repeat the same cycle. Y'all gonna be arguing about finances. You gonna be frustrated because you can't go buy a wig, a human hair wig, or go get your eyelashes done, or go get whatever you want to go get, or beautify yourself, or not even just that, but take your kids to go get some ice cream, or go take your kids to go do this instead of just coming home from school, going to work, and then everybody just doing the same repeated thing, and your life is boring because you don't have financial stability. Another thing is, don't have kids if you have mental health issues. Meaning, this goes into the category of if you have codependency issues, if you have abandonment issues, if you've been neglected, if you've been and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of, if you have depressive disorder, I'm sure there's a lot of women who has babies right now, who has ADHD, who has bipolar, who has all these things going on and stuff. They have kids and they say they're just fine or whatever. But make sure if you want to have kids in the future, make sure you get the necessary therapy and the medication that you need to basically stabilize your mind to have these kids. Because you will only be repeating the same cycle as your mom, your dad, your grandma, your uncle, the people in your past. Because mental health issues usually stem from generations. How your parents or how whoever treated you, you may end up treating your kids like that. And I'm not talking about anything physical, maybe. But I'm also talking about mental. I'm talking about emotional. I'm talking about you getting frustrated. If your mom and your dad was always frustrated and yelling at you, you pick that up and you frustrated yelling at your kids. You ladies, you got to think wisely. And I'm speaking about myself too. You know, like I said, this channel is raw and uncut, and you're not going to like what I say. If you don't like what I say, don't subscribe. You don't like what I say, then keep going. You know, go to the next video. But this is tough love for me, tough love for you. We got to get out of this fantasy. We are in reality. We got to do, when we love ourselves, we think wisely, and we know, okay, I know I'm not financially stable, so I ain't gonna get with nobody who ain't financially stable. I'm not finna to have more kids if I'm not financially stable. I'm not finna, I'm going to work to get financially stable. And then, A, B, C, and D. Okay? So, wise, y'all. Wise. But anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. Trying to think. What else? Oh, another thing. Don't be trying to have no baby if you subconsciously trying to trap somebody. That ain't gonna work, baby. That never work. That will not work. You will only be causing yourself a headache and stress because you're trying to force someone to be with you through a baby. Like I said, love change. They may have liked you or loved you for some time, and now they change their mind. They want to move on from the relationship, and here you go. Even men do this. I'm not just talking about women. Men do this same thing too. So I'm speaking to them too. But you or him are basically now in the drama frenzy because of yeah.